fighting and winning in modern air combat demands accurate, timely, and effective command and control to ensure aircraft are at the right place at the right time to best secure mission results. This is far from an easy task given the hundreds of thousands of square miles that comprise aerial theaters, the high number of dynamic assets in play both friendly and enemy, and the extreme speeds at which they are flying. Given the fragile state of the 40-year-old E-3 airborne warning and control aircraft, Awacs, currently executing this mission, and the reality that leap-ahead technology is likely not going to be operationally mature until the next decade, driving to a tangible solution as soon as possible makes sense. Looming threats within the current decade demand the accelerated buy of the E-7. The essence of aerial command and control comes down to understanding when and where to place aircraft to best secure mission results. Think about the Battle of Britain to better understand the model. Radar stations detected inbound enemy aircraft. That data was routed to command and control stations, where trained experts transformed it into actionable information, and then Royal Air Force fighters were vectored for intercepts. It was tremendously effective and drove major operational efficiencies, because aircraft were not just wandering around hoping to run into enemy forces. They knew when and where to fly with tremendous precision. While it is true that a far more disaggregated set of sensors, processing power, and communication links will eventually comprise a future aerial command and control enterprise, the technology is not available today. It will take years to mature Joint All-Domain Command and Control (JADC2) to a level where we can reliably count on it in combat. Failing to buy a bridge solution will gap the critical command and control mission. This is exactly what is happening with the E-8 Joint Surveillance Target Attack Radar System, STARS, a ground-focused counterpart to the Awacs. The aircraft are worn out, a bridge solution was cancelled due to budget constraints, and the vision for a next-generation solution remains aspirational. Sending forces into battle blind is a bad bet to make and should not be repeated. It is also important to consider the human capital part of the equation. Airmen are directly tied to their aircraft. Take away the means to execute their mission and their career field implodes. Want proof? Look at what happened to electronic warfare operators when the Air Force failed to backfill the F-111 in the 1990s. The mission is more important than ever, but the career field is an anemic fraction of what it used to be. It will take a decade or more to reconstitute necessary electronic warfare talent in the Air Force. This notion of timing is especially important given that new E-7 seconds are not expected to hit operational flight lines until the end of the decade. In the meantime, service leaders want to begin retiring the Awacs now, with half of the inventory set for divestment in FY23. That sort of gap presents incredible risk. A better option would see the Air Force partner with Congress to accelerate the E-7 acquisition process. Options include the Air Force requesting reprogramming of FY22 money with New Start authorities so they can get the E-7 on contract months earlier than currently planned. It is also worth looking at ordering more than one aircraft with the initial contract, while also working to ensure subcontractors are empowered to accelerate delivery of long lead items, like radar and avionics. Another option would involve the U.S. trying to gain advanced production slots ahead of allied buys. How successful it might be may depend on what kind of offsets and promises could be offered to those nations as a trade. The Air Force should also explore the possibility of accepting allied certifications of the aircraft who already operate the E-7, Australia, United Kingdom, and Republic of Korea, rather than spending years reinventing what has largely been accomplished. Bottom line, speed is the Air Force's friend when it comes to resetting the aerial C-2 mission. That is what accelerating change or losing is all about. Options exist and statements from both sides of the aisle suggest extreme willingness to pull several of the levers that can help accelerate the process. It is time to get on with it.